Yo, what's going on, guys? Jared here. We are now post-ban list. I can finally start making decks again because, oh my god, I feel like it's been so long since we've had one. So today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite decks of all time, True Draco. I love this deck, and since Masterpiece is back, what a perfect time to be able to make a profile for it. And oh my god, I just played a match with it. It's so fun. I just missed just being able to tribute us like popping stuff on my opponent's turn, and then they interact with it, and then my Dracos go off. I just miss that so much. It's so fun. But before I get into the profile, I do want to say that tomorrow, or actually today, when this gets uploaded, tonight at 6 p.m., so it'll be April 8th, EST, we are going to be doing a tournament for the new ban list, so you can come in and test so that you are able to get some testing in for the new format, right? This is going to be pre-Alliance Insight, but post-ban list, so in this little weird in-between format that we're in right now, just to kind of get some ideas. It's a free tournament, so, you know, the free tournament, no prizing, this is just for testing. I'm going to be streaming it tomorrow, so I hope you guys come through, join the Discord, it's in my link tree, and yeah. Other than that, let's go ahead and jump into this True Draco list. Okay, guys, so this is my first take on True Draco for the new 2025 format. I'm so excited. I just want to go over the card by card and then just talk about it a little bit. 3 copies of Dynamite, 3 copies of Ignis, 1 copy of Majesty Maiden, 1 copy of Masterpiece, the True Draco Slaying King. God, I missed this card. He was so broken. I'm not going to lie. I need to be honest with you. Playing True Draco, this card was not my favorite card. Is not my favorite card in the deck. My favorite cards is actually just the 3 little ones. The way that these cards interact when you are like decent at Yu-Gi-Oh, I would say, is so awesome. Like every time your opponent breeds, you just get a free card, and being able to abuse that, forcing interaction with the pops, and then just getting free cards is so fun. And it's just I really appreciate Draco. Whoever designed this deck, I would give you a like card design award if I could, because this deck is awesome. But yeah, he is finally back off the ban list, so you have a huge pressure point now and a huge threat in the deck that you can do, not just summoning like essentially vanillas that generate advantage. There's actually a threat that you can get to now. 1 copy of Card of the Mize, because of course this card is insane. 1 copy of Diagram, 3 copies of True Draco Phoenix, 3 Droplet. Droplet in this deck is also insane, being able to send the Draco spell and traps to the graveyard to negate stuff, as well as being able to destroy cards, and then on triple on top of that, to be able to line up your heritage to be able to draw more cards. Insane card in this deck specifically. 3 Potted Duality, 1 copy of Terraforming for your Diagram, 3 copies of Heritage because the Draco cards are broken, you're just maxing out on them. 3 copies of Erupt because Erupt is just still an insane floodgate. It's just skill drain, but better in this deck because your stuff is still not negated. I will say, I don't think that Erupt and skill drain are like the end all be all. Like you're not flipping Erupt and you are like just auto winning the game. I just don't want you to think that. It's just very like it's kind of bait thinking that way. It's also why I don't think this deck is like insane right now. I think it's just like kind of like like it's not like the most competitive thing. This is strictly a labor of love for me. The point is, this card is going to get negated with Aggregator. This card is going to be dodged with Malice cards. Being able to banish this card with the Malice Trap card also is like a quote-unquote problem, but you can make their plays awkward in the beginning so that you are able to punish them later when they have to use bad plays to out this card. So just something to keep in mind, that this card, I just don't want you to think that this is just some like brain dead flip trap card you auto win. No, it is not like that. You need to be able to think, use your cards effectively, etc., etc. 2 copies of Pot of Desires. I don't want to max out 3 on this card because drawing 2 sucks, but there is a chance you max out on 3. We will see in the future, depending on how long I play this deck for. 1 copy of Triple Tactics Talents. These cards have 1 now, but it is still broken. I will say, I do want to play Triple Tactics Thrust in here. Thrust seems insane. Being able to search Card of the Mize seems wild. So there might be a world where I'm playing Thrust, at least side decking it. But for now, I'm not. Just something to keep in mind. I think it's worth mentioning. Thrust being able to search Terraforming or Card of the Mize or Talents. Like, you have extremely powerful cards in here. My biggest complaint is that you don't have a trap. That's why I don't want to main it. I'd rather side it. Yeah. 1 copy of Skill Drain, of course, is just like worst Erupt, but you contribute it off, so you can turn it off whenever you want. 3 of each trap card. My god, when you are going second and you set a trap card and summon a Draco monster, you are on cloud 9. You feel like everything just went right because they usually have to interact with it. Now, the problem with this is we have Detonator. If you ignore Detonator, it's a lot better. But yeah, so normal format problem. Detonator sucks still. But just something to keep in mind that this is such a fun card. These cards are so fun, and being able to that will like proc an interaction in every other deck that you play ever. So just something to keep in mind. 2 copies of Stormforth. This is your other out to detonator, being able to just tribute over it. That is super good, and that also triggers the Draco cards if they, it forces interaction. It's just another thing to do it. You can play 3 Stormforth if you want, just to make outing detonator easier. I am just not right now, but yeah. And 2 copies of Strike just to round it out. I really don't have like a set in stone logic behind Strike other than just like it's a generically good trap card. Yeah, that's all. And realistically, that's all it needs to be. It doesn't need to be this insane card. The only other thing I will mention is that I don't think Dominus Impulse is bad in this deck. And I'm only saying that because the monsters that you use are Dynamite and Ignis the most. If you do use Impulse, you can't use Masterpieces or Maiden's effects, but that's not that big of a deal. I'm pretty sure it's Maiden also, yeah. So just like, yeah, Earth and Light and Wind. So just to make sure, you don't need Maiden's effect, you don't need Masterpieces effect, but Masterpiece will still be unaffected by everything. That's a big part, right? The main thing is that it's unaffected by everything. Big pain. But, so you can play it. Again, I'm not going to. I like to be able to use my Masterpiece and Maiden. But just, again, I like to have things that you can consider. For the side deck, 1 Duster, 2 Storm for going second, along with 3 Evenly Matched. We have so much removal. And the reason we have so much removal is because we lost Totally Awesome. That is a huge nerf to the format, and with less Omni Negates, being able to just blow out a board is definitely more possible now than it ever has been. So I think for now, this is fine. Start of the format, throw Evenly Match in is a very regular thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because people just haven't gotten the tech choices down yet, so they're not playing around everything, so you can punish those people. So 3 evenly in here I think is fine for now. 3 copies of Judgment for going first, because you don't want to get blown out by Lightning Storm and Harpy's Feather Duster, so this is to protect yourself. And then lastly, 3 copies of Floros and 3 copies of Meowls. These are in here because I am scared of Fiendsmith. Not scared of Fiendsmith, I shouldn't use those words, that's a lie. I want to punish Fiendsmith. That's a better terminology, because Fiendsmith is usually going in the Caesar. You don't care about Caesar, so it's pretty awesome to see these people do plays that you don't care about, which is awesome. Again, not even being able to use the trap card in the graveyard they set up, it's literally those cards do nothing. They don't do anything. They are literally just throwing cards at a wall. Caesar and the trap card are going to do jack all, and you can just kind of do whatever you want. So just something to keep in mind, because of your deck choice, cards that they are playing are immediately awful. A match I played earlier, my opponent was playing Dominus Impulse. Does nothing. Literally does nothing. The only card you can hit is True Jager's Return. Guess what I never used? True Jager's Return, because it just never came up in the game. I just used it for popping. So yeah, just something to consider and something to keep in mind when you're making a deck. Those little interactions, right? If Droll's very popular in the format, maybe you don't want to play a deck that is drawing a lot, and this allows them to just pretty much be playing bricks, right? You're just giving them bricks in their deck. So just little things to consider. That's all. So overall, let me know what you guys think down below, what decks you want to see in the new format, because now I have everything that I need to be able to make new ones. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.